Hey guys, Coach CWC here. I just wanted to give you my in-depth review of the iPad Pro, Logitech Keyboard, and the Apple Pencil. Let's get into it and see what you think. Here is your coach's play-by-play on the specs. The iPad Pro comes with a 12.9-inch screen with a 2732 by 2048 resolution with 264 pixels per inch. The CPU is a 2.26 GHz dual-core 64-bit A9X processor with 4 gigs of RAM. You can get it in a 32 or 128 gig model with Wi-Fi, which is priced at $799 or $948, and the Wi-Fi and cellular model comes in a 128 gig version only, priced at $1079. The iPad Pro comes with 4 stereo speakers located in each of the 4 corners, and it does have a fingerprint sensor on the front. The camera on the back is an 8 megapixel iSight with 2.4 aperture lens and can shoot at 1080p video. And the front is the same old 1.2 megapixel with 720p video recording. The weight is 1.5 pounds for the Wi-Fi and 1.6 for the cell version. Now let's talk about the things that I love about this device, the battery life. After testing this unit out for several days, I was able to get 10 full hours of heavy use, which could be anything from playing video games to editing this video that you see here. So battery life is definitely a standout on this unit. Next, let's go over the screen. I've got it in a side-by-side comparison here with the Surface Pro 3, just showing you some of the different aspects you can use the devices for, since we get a lot of questions about, could I use this as my daily device? Well, you can see here that with the Windows 10 operating system on the Surface Pro 3, you're able to do things like you see there with 2 windows open at once. So just wanted to show you a quick demonstration over here on the iPad Pro that you can do almost the exact same things as you could with a full Windows 10 operating system. So just showing you a list of different applications here that I have downloaded that are compatible with split view and side view here. So you can see that I'm running a Safari browser, and at the same time I'm able to actually open up my notepad, and I can actually use both of them just like I could on the Windows 10 operating system. So yes, you can do 99.9% of the same things that you could do on a Windows 10 device with the iPad Pro. And given the screen real estate, it's actually easy to do with both. Let me show you a couple more apps here just so you get a feel of what it looks like. And so you can see here now that I've got my calendar open. So if I wanted to check my calendar of events while I'm surfing the web, if I wanted to message someone, I could do that at the same time while I'm surfing. Research, you could open up your Word and Excel at the same time. So there are a lot of productivity things you could do. If I wanted to find out where a location was while I was shopping, so in this case if I was looking at Best Buy, I could do that as well. Like I said, I can open spreadsheets, so you can do a lot of it. You can see there that you can open it in more of a 3/4 view mode or a half the screen to have 2 applications open at the same time. Now, not all applications allow you to use the screen like that in full half and half. So some apps work, some apps don't, and I'm sure that more developers will allow this in the future. Just not everything is right now. Now, there's a workaround right there, as you can see, where you can have 2 separate browsers open at the same time. So what I've got is Safari on the left and Chrome on the right, because I have had questions, well, can you open two browsers at the same time? And yes, you can. So you just have to use a different browser until Apple does give full support to allow that with Safari. Another great feature of the iPad Pro is what I'm going to show you here, which is picture-in-picture. So while I have all those applications open, if you click on that little button there in the bottom right-hand corner, you can see that now I have my video playing. I can resize it to any size I want. I can hide it. I can put it in any of the 4 corners so that I can view it easily. And it just works great. It's fluid, it's fast, it doesn't skip a beat, the sound and the audio is still perfect. And as you can see, this way you're basically running 3 applications at the same time. So right there I've got 2 browsers open while I'm watching a movie. So this would be great for students or anyone who uses this as a full-time device, because you can work and play at the same time so you don't get so bored. So let's go over the audio quality with the 4 stereo speakers. I'm going to go ahead and open up GarageBand here and just show you a little sample that I made so you can hear it. Speaker here, here, and here. Now we're going to go over one of the accessories you can buy right now, which is the Logitech Keyboard. I chose this keyboard for 2 reasons. 1, the Apple keyboard can't be found anywhere, but 2, I like the hard physical keys that are on it. It feels more like a laptop keyboard. It has the function keys on the top. You can see that you've got home and brightness. You've got a backlit keyboard, which is great, which is a 2-stage backlit keyboard, so you can change it to multiple levels. I do like that. You've got your play features for your audio or movies on the top. You can adjust your volume on the right. As you can see there, it's got the search button, so if I want to search for anything that I'm looking for, that works out really well. Now here's an app that I use if you're on the go. It's called Splash Top, which is free. This is the personal version, so if I want to remote in to, say, my computer that's on the same Wi-Fi, I can do that. You can also do it over cellular, but you do have to pay more. I think it's $14.99 a year to do that, or it could be a monthly price. I don't remember anymore. So for my business users that say, hey, can I use this on the go? Can I actually use this machine as productivity? Well, it depends on exactly what you're using it for. Now, in my case, I like to remote into systems a lot, so I get calls all the time. Hey, I need support. My system isn't working. Can you look at the server? I'm not getting emails. Can you look at the spam filters? Different things like that. So what I can do on the go, let's say I'm in a different state, I can remote into my system at home if I need the tools that are on it. Otherwise, I can just use the iPad Pro's tools. But if I do need Windows 10 system, I can remote in and look at those things. So it does allow me on the go to just bring my iPad Pro. Unless, of course, I do need to plug something into the device, whether it's a router or a switch or something like that, then I have no choice but to bring my laptop. So if I'm on vacation, though, or I'm on the go and I just want to bring something fast and portable, this is the system that I'm going to be bringing just for the battery life alone, and I don't have to carry a bunch of things around. So you can see that I'm fully remoted into my computer, which is on the same network at home upstairs, and I'm actually browsing the web, doing different functions, and it works really well there. Next, I'd like to show you a little side-by-side comparison with the iPad mini. This is the first gen, not the Retina, but I just wanted to give you a size comparison of what the 12.9-inch screen looks like against the iPad mini. So when you're surfing the web or doing any type of productivity, you can see that the extra screen real estate really helps out quite a bit. So just going to search a couple of basic sites here. So you got your MSN.com. I like to use this just because there's so many pictures and different things on the screen at the same time. But for media consumption, this iPad Pro can't be beat. As you can see everything on the screen. It's basically like holding a 13-inch monitor with you everywhere you go. It's just a big, bright, vibrant, beautiful screen that I think you'll really appreciate for games and movies and music with the stereo speakers. There really is no other device that's like this. Even with the Surface Pro 3 and Surface Pro 4, you don't get the same level of immersion because of the audio quality. Now they do both have, the Surface Pro 3 and Surface Pro 4 has dual front-facing speakers which sound good, but they're not as bassy as this. So this is a much more premium product as far as media consumption goes. Now the next thing I'd like to talk about here is the iPad Pencil. The iPad Pencil, as you can see, actually has its own built-in balancer, which is kind of a neat thing. I'm not quite sure why. Well, I guess it's so if you put it on a table or something, it isn't going to roll off. So I guess I do like that aspect. But it does always roll and face the same pencil up front logo, which is cool. As you can see here, you just pull off the cap anytime that you need to sync this or charge your pencil with the device. So you just plug it in here. and literally within seconds it just says, okay, you're good to go. You can pull it out and use it. If you swipe down on the screen, which I didn't show in the video, but if you swipe down on the screen, it'll actually give you how much battery you have left on the pencil. I thought that was a really good device, or idea for it, I should say. Now right here, I'm going to open up a couple of different apps just so you get a feel of what the iPad pencil is all about. This is the 53 app. This is more your basic drawing software, but at least gives you an idea of what it looks like, how it works, what the flow is, and how it feels. I'm not an artist, so I can't draw you something cool like a car, or, you know, I just can't do any of that. But I will show you what it looks like as a business standpoint, how it writes. There's zero lag. It's definitely better than the Surface Pro 3 and Surface Pro 4. The Surface Pro 4 is extremely close to it. I like the feel of the pencil a little better on the Surface Pro 4 because there's just a little bit of drag between the pen tip and the screen, where this just feels more like plastic on plastic, or plastic on glass, I should say. But you can tell, you know, the tappy tap taps a little bit more with the pencil. But it's still, it's a great device. There's nothing this perfect yet that I've used. I haven't used any of the Syntax or anything, but I think this is a great device for amateur artists, anybody who'd like to draw, you know, quick draft sketching. You can see here you can cut and paste different items out, but I think you'll really like the pencil and what it can do. Some of the other advantages of this pencil that you can't get on any other device is the fact that it will use the side of the pencil. So not just the tip, but it'll actually use the side. So as you're drawing or writing things out, if you want, you just tilt this at a different angle and it will actually take the entire side of the pencil, which is extremely unique, and I think people really appreciate that. So just watch here and you can see how fluid that is. So front of the tip to side of the pencil, and look at the way that it creates those lines. And I think artists will definitely appreciate the way that you can do that. It's just so fluid and smooth. The motion is natural. You don't have to push hard, it just grabs it. And after further review, I would say this is a definite touchdown. I love this device. It's portable, it's fast, long-lasting battery, beautiful accessories. Go out and get one today. Love it. Hey, thanks for hanging with your favorite coach, CWC. If you liked what you saw, please share the video, hit the thumbs up, comment below, and subscribe if you want to score a touchdown. I'll see you on the next video. Talk to you later. Peace!